Designing a new medicine begins with a precise spatial challenge. You have to identify a drug molecule that binds to the specific binding site of a protein, orienting it perfectly to neutralize a disease. This process is known as molecular docking. It is the absolute starting point for modern computational drug discovery. Finding that optimal orientation is what allows a potential drug to move forward. But inside a typical computational chemistry lab, scientists aren't always focused on biology. Most of their day is spent acting as amateur IT administrators. The primary obstacle to discovery isn't biological complexity, it's the steep technical barrier of configuring local hardware and untangling messy software dependencies. To run a docking engine like BioDockify, a researcher must install Linux packages, configure environment variables, and hope a broken Python dependency doesn't crash the entire system. Even when they get a docking result, they must export that data and reformat it for a completely different application just to run molecular dynamics, simulating how that drug behaves over time. Those results then move into a third, standalone statistics tool for analysis before the findings are finally transferred into a separate word processing application. This flowchart illustrates the disconnected workflow currently defining the industry, a process struggling to keep pace with a bioinformatics sector expanding at a 14.5% annual growth rate. The sheer volume of biological data pouring in from next-generation sequencing and clinical research is overwhelming these fragmented pipelines. When scientists are forced to spend their time debugging software instead of analyzing molecules, it delays research and keeps potential treatments in the pipeline longer than necessary. BioDockify was built to address this. It is a cloud-native platform that eliminates terminal commands, hardware constraints, and local installations. Researchers simply drag and drop their receptor and ligand files directly into a web browser to start a run. This diagram shows the computational power running behind that simple interface. Once you upload your files, BioDockify runs 3 major docking engines, Vena, Gena, and Esmina, simultaneously. These parallel streams merge to deliver a highly accurate consensus score rather than relying on a single engine's results. From there, the system automatically applies an MMGBSA free energy calculation to the top hits, providing a physics-based refinement to verify the precision of the binding poses. Converting days of IT configuration into a few minutes of cloud computing increases a researcher's capacity for testing compounds and generating high-quality data. As this system map shows, the docking studio is just one entry point. It is a single module inside a much larger, interconnected environment. BioDockify functions as a 16-module operating system for pharmaceutical science, powered by an autonomous AI core known as Agent Zero. Because the tools share the same environment, docking hits can be pushed directly into GPU-accelerated molecular dynamics simulations without ever leaving the browser. While simulations run, a background AI research agent queries 10 different scientific literature databases to provide immediate context for the biological targets being studied. Built-in predictive modules like QSAR and AIDMET evaluate candidate molecules concurrently, flagging potential toxicity risks and assessing drug likeness before reaching a physical lab. With all 16 modules synchronized, computational chemistry shifts from a series of manual handoffs into a single automated research pipeline. The platform is built on a provider-agnostic AI philosophy. It supports external layers like NVIDIA NIM and OpenRouter for various tasks. This ensures researchers maintain control over their data and can choose the specific AI models that fit their project's needs. For academic institutions, this infrastructure means students can learn advanced computational drug discovery on day one without spending weeks on software setup. For commercial groups, biotech startups and contract research organizations gain immediate access to enterprise-grade, pay-as-you-go supercomputing without needing in-house server farms. Removing the friction between literature, simulation, and statistics ensures that the time saved on configuration is time spent on discovery.